Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the React Redux Toolkit. So today we are going to learn about the asynchronous actions with Redux Toolkit. So those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. So let's get started. So I have already made something, so I will just show you. So here we have the npm start. Okay. And here you can see that after the loading this name comes. Okay, so this is the counter we have already discussed, but here we have the asynchronous call. I will show you what exactly we have done. So let's get started. So so here we have all the steps. Okay, so first you have, if you haven't installed the Redux Toolkit and dependencies, so first install that one. Okay, so this is the scenario. So here we have the features. In the features we have the user slice and the profile.js. Okay, so here what we are doing, user profile and user slice, we are calling the API. Okay, so here we are fetching the data from the API. So in this video we are just using the asynchronous calls, okay, with the help of the React Redux Toolkit. Okay, so the rest of the things are the same. Okay, the app.js and everything, just we have added a asynchronous call in the user slice and the user profile.js. Okay, then, okay, so first we have to create the user slice.js. So what exactly it is, user slice. So we have the features, user and the user slice. So next feature is the user profile. We want to show some data of the profile, right? So this is user profile dot this is user profile.js and this is user slice. Okay, so here we have done the API call. So here we have, can see that we have the Redux.js toolkit. So define the async action using the createAsync. So here we have to define an asynchronous action with the help of the createAsyncThunk. Okay, so you have to define like this: fetch user data from an API. Okay, then after that you have to fetch the data from an API, then await response.json. Okay, third step, return the user data as the action payload. Okay, and if there is any error, if the error there is an error, throw it to be handled as a payload. Okay, next we have to create the user slice. Okay, that we have already doing that one part, right? So we have a create slice name user, initial state that data is null, loading should be idle. Loading states are the idle, pending, fulfilled or rejected. By default it's idle, error should be null. Okay, reducers, no extra reducers needed for this example, so we haven't used the end kind of reducer because we have a API call. Okay, so first we have define how the slice handles the different action states. Okay, so first we have the set loading state to pending. When there is a pending, so we marked it as a pending. Okay, set the loading states to be fulfilled once the data load, and API call head, in that case set the loading status to be fulfilled. Okay, and fetch user data status to be rejected. If any case error occurred, then state dot loading to be rejected. Store all the error messages, state dot error action dot error dot messages. Okay, step 12, create a selector function to select the user data from the state. So here we have a select user. Okay, state dot user, we are selecting the data of that user, and then users slice dot reducer. Okay, so this is our slice part. Okay, next we have a user profile.js file. So this is basically the users.slice.js file. Then we have a, this is Redux store. Okay, so I will show you, this is user profile, so I will show you the Redux store also. So here you can see that we have a user slice, define the state of the slice associated with the counter reducer, but here we have a user reducer also, so I have mentioned the user reducer here also. Okay, and we have to import that user reducer over here. Okay, so here we have a user profile. So here we have the React use effect, so all of the import, okay, from the React, right? So here we have a import the fetch user data async action. So here we have to fetch the data, right? Then we have to select the user, import the select user selector function. Okay, then we have a function, we have a this is basically the component. So user profile, we are passing the user ID over here. Okay, so dispatch, step on get the dispatch function. Okay, use selector, select the user, we are selecting the user data, loading state and the error from the state. So here we are selecting the data, what is the data, state of the data, and if there is there is any error, then we have to trigger that part also. Okay, so here we are going to dispatch fetch user data. So fetch user data basically calling the API part. Okay, here you can see that we are calling the API and store and return that data. Okay, here we have fetch user data, here passing the user ID. Okay, so here we have a user ID. Okay, dispatch with user ID. This is the API call that it going to be happen. If the loading state is to be pending, then we are showing the loader loading. If it is fulfilled, then we are showing the name of that user by via the API call. If there is any rejected, then we are showing the error of that messages. Okay, return null if the none of the conditions are met. Component is an idle state. Okay, return null. Then export this user profile. Okay, this is done. So next we have the app.js. Okay, so where we have a user profile and we are passing the user ID, because if you see in the user slice here we have a user ID. So here we are passing the user IDs to be one and pull the data of that one. And if you go here, you can see that we are pulling the this data. Okay, if I change it to the 2 data or 3 data or 4 data, you can just save it, and here you can see that loading the next data is coming up. Okay, so this is how we are calling the asynchronous API calls with the help of the React Redux toolkit. Okay, so any doubt, any query in that, do let me know in the comment section. In the coming if you have any, like, if you want to extend this tutorial like the calling the asynchronous calls, you can also write me down in the comment section. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day, and don't forget to like, share and comment on my video. Have a nice day.